guys, it's a very, very rainy day. Weather's absolutely terrible, to be honest with you. Just dropped the kids off at school, doing my morning coffee, I guess routine. I do like it. It's funny, I just had a message from my friend Mitch, who does the painting on my cars at Kilcoy, Smash and Customs, and he said he hadn't drank coffee for over 3 years, and now I've got him, unfortunately, back in the habit of drinking coffee because he's watching the vlogs.
Hello.
So yeah, sorry, I was just getting my coffee, but I'm just saying that yeah, he hadn't had coffee in years, and I took him and got a coffee, but then he's been watching the vlogs as well, and he's getting coffees now. So hi Mitch, sorry mate, but thanks for watching the vlogs. Anyway guys, hit that subscribe button for us. I really appreciate the support. We're growing a lot. We hit 2,000 the other day, and I still haven't done a celebratory burnout. So if it's dry on Thursday, I'm definitely gonna make that happen, because I don't wanna let you guys down. There's been quite a few people that have asked about it, so I have to do a burnout. Other than that, my wife's going away today, so yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm not sure what the entire of today is gonna be doing, but yeah, definitely want to put some tail lights in that S15 and stay out of this rain pretty much. All right, see you in a bit. All right, got S15 tail lights. I nearly fell over holding a knife in my hand, but it's a nice box.
Yeah,
it is a nice box. Nice
At
box. least I can tell myself, that's a bonus. That's normally what I do. Oh, that's actually... You can all that in.
into it.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Really smoky boys.
Pretty similar to what we got.
Just
yeah.
done right.
Show me the LEDs, mate. Show me the LEDs.
Oh,
there you go.
Can see 'em.
LEDs inside them. It's actually really cool.
You see 'em on that one?
Yeah. Sick. Let's go put them on.
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah, I'm bored.
Okay. Success, I backed up without hitting anything. Doing my ball.
Dodgy stuff.
Dodgy stuff. So these have different wiring to what is on the other tail lights or factory for this particular S15. So we only have, where is it? One plug just there, which has the black, red and green. But then over here we have black, red and green for both of these. I just saw lights coming on.
Did you?
Yeah.
I didn't.
I'm sure I saw lights come on. Yeah, there's lights coming on.
Lights come on.
But only half, I think.
That's because we're only using half.
Yeah. Alright. Well, that's positive. If we could wire all them together.
My only
In
thing
theory?
is trying to work out. Yeah, we're going to do some wiring, and we're going to cut the plug off the old lights and join these two together into the one plug.
Sounds good to me. You know how I am with wiring. I like the sexy fingers.
I also blew my finger up.
Oh yeah, you did too. Why are you cutting them one at a time?
Just in case I blow myself up. I know there's no power, but it's definitely a chance I'm not going to take. Better?
Yeah.
We didn't die. They're shit.
They're better?
They don't work.
I got wire strippies right there.
I want cutters, but I don't have a cutter.
They have cutters.
A cutter. It's pretty gay, but
Yeah.
I think you need to buy some more tools.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
420.
Yeah, blazer.
So I did a little clean in my bench here. Wouldn't say it's clean as such, but this was a massive mess before. So, semi-organised.
Yeah, it looks good now.
Better. I wouldn't say good, just looks better. Did you forget to put the Sealy stuff on?
No,
you
got the Sealy stuff this time. I forgot on the other one. That Sealy stuff would be called heat shrink.
Oh.
Smoky boys.
Looks heaps better. Don't know why they don't just come like this standard. Well, it must be JDM that have 2 plugs maybe.
Possibly.
Alright, so we've had to do some minor modifications to the indicator to try and make it fit into these, I guess because they're obviously not OEM. But yeah, we're just making some small mods, just sort of trimming down those bits.
And then I'm going to use a file in there and file them back a little bit, just clean them up.
Okay.
The casting's not the greatest.
Yeah, so like Princey's saying there, the casting's not ideal, but it'll just take a little bit of filing down this drawer, mate.
Oh, down here, mate.
Not that one. Not that one. There's one. Maybe they're in one of those other drawers.
You a square one?
I do. I believe it's in the drawer up from that, or there. There you go.
See if you get an actual square one.
I thought I had more files than that. What's the verdict? We're winning?
Yeah, I think we're a little bit off still. I think we're like
That's
one.
Close.
I think that one there's stopping us as well. Yeah. Not bad.
Not bad. Not bad, too big. Not bad. Getting there. So more filing. Good filing, my bar.
Thanks, my bar.
Okay, new tail lights are in. Sort of hard to tell the difference in this point, but obviously these are super clean. They don't have the horrible black that it's on. Looking into it more, we definitely, well, I have definitely, when the boot got hit, just pushed in the beaver panel just a tiny bit. So when Mitch fixes up the car, I'll get him to sort that out. I'll get Princey to jump in and show us what the brake lights and stuff look like. Ooh, yeah. Sick. Indicators. Yeah. Perfect. They look good. They look way better in person than on the camera, but yeah. And she's off. Scarlett, jump in the back and put your seatbelt on. Another kid. Okay. Love you. Bye. Okay, we dropped Mummy off at the airport. What can we do now?
Marshmallows!
Marshmallows and hot chocolates while Mummy's away. Woo!
Because Mummy said we can.
Okay.
Can you turn?
Alright, sitting here with Gerg from Clutch Kick. I just wanted to add a bit of extra because, like I said, my wife is going away today. And I didn't get a chance to film a hell of a lot, but I have Gerg staying here tonight with his wife, and we've both got a morning session tomorrow. If you know Gerg from the Clutch Kick, I think you get about 35 viewers per episode, so,
yeah, so a few
if you haven't seen it, might get up to 36. If any of you guys go and have a look, but you normally upload around this time.
Yeah,
we're doing this interview right now. You're normally doing a Clutch Kick. But Gerg is like a wealth of knowledge.
Something like that.
He was definitely like a full-blown drift nerd. That was ice skating at the Olympics, but then nerding out over drifting. And like, some of the stuff he's actually told me is hilarious because I don't even remember the shit that he tells me sometimes. Like, this happened at Oran Park, and anybody that knows anything about Australian drifting in the past, like Oran Park was one of the sickest places. Like, it was the first ever, like, you know, they were really accepting of drifting back in the day with Driftland. They had their own little Driftland. And
well, I think Jeff Boulos.
Jeff was sick.
Yeah, I think he's probably been the best clerk of course ever for drifting in Australia, really.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think he let. Well,
This is why I don't do tangents often.
I like how we flipped. Or is that just?
No, we
Oh, it's still
flipped.
going there.
No, there we go.
Uh,
We're good. We're good.
But I think you had a decent meeting with the wall there one of the last years, didn't you?
Me, yeah, I was like flying too, and had a power steering belt come off, and I went straight into the wall. That was a battle for the final. Like that was a championship battle.
Yeah, that was second.
That was literally a
second last year,
championship.
third last year.
Yep, it was a championship contention battle, and I had the power steering belt fly off on like the fastest part of like in the dipper. I lost steering, and I just went straight off into that tire wall there and showered everybody in rocks.
I think we were lucky. I think we were sitting against, you know, there was the sign sort of along that little straight section before it came up out of the dipper.
Yeah.
Because
so you didn't quite get the rocks.
Nah, we were like behind the rocks.
I know a lot of people definitely got the rocks.
Yeah, that was a good year because I think that was the year that Leighton the car in practice.
Yeah, Leighton crashed really hard in practice. They got the car back together, all going good. We were having a really good weekend, and then literally losing the power steering was like I was a passenger at that point. There was no holding on.
But not as
part of the track.
But not as good as some other people have done there.
Oh, there was some mega crashes. Yeah. What are some other notable things that you remember about my freaking career that I probably don't remember? There's some of the weird.
I know you were were you the first Australian drifter to be banned from competing for a round?
Yeah, that's something interesting to talk about.
To be disciplined?
Yes. So, backstory. I was originally from Melbourne, street drifting. The reason I ended up getting a drive with Halford Motors, which if any of you know my history, that was a team I used to drive for. But the reason I got that drive with Halford Motors is because I had such a name on the street. I'd been doing a hell of a lot of street drifting because that was literally all we had. And that's literally all we had. We had like no track time back then, and yeah, so I was streeting all the time, and that's how I got that drive with the Halfords team. I used to go in there and change my tyres, and sort of the reason I ended up hooking up that deal is because everyone saw me out streeting, and I'd bought my car from Halford Motors, and I just had a Halford Motors sticker on the back window. So they'd go into the shop and they'd be like, have you seen this guy in the 32 4-door? He'll like mungy down the highway at 150 k's an hour. He's like reckless, this blah blah blah, and he always had people in there talking about this R32 4-door, and then I would always go in there, and he used to give me his old snow tyres, and that's literally how we started a relationship, and ended up asking me to drive his car one day. But anyway, we were competing in the Drift Australia series at the time, which was literally like 9 years ago now. I'd have to, no, 10 years ago. 10 years ago. So we were drifting, and
no, that would have been even before that. That would have been like 06 or something.
Yeah, it was a while ago. I've been drifting for a while. But yeah. Yes.
Drifting a little while.
But yeah, so anyway, we turn up to an event in South Australia, and we're driving this, we go down to this event to drive, and it's like all looking good and everything, and then we get this like asked to come into this, well, I didn't get asked. They asked the team owner, Dominic, to go in and have a meeting with them. And they basically just sat down at a table and asked him, does Luke street drift? And he was just honest. And he was like, well, yeah, where else are you going to practice, sort of thing, because we had nowhere to practice. And anyway, unfortunately, Don was just honest, you know. And they turned around and then bring myself and Dominic in for a meeting, and basically said that we're bringing the sport into disrepute, and they're going to ban me for a round as a basically to what do you call it? To show that they're serious about getting stuff off the street. Which, whatever, would have been all good. Like if I was on a current affair, or anybody in the public I knew that I was streeting, other than just like, you know, people within the drift scene in Melbourne that were part of the West meets and stuff like that. Like other than that, no one knew. And it was literally just people in the know that knew. So there was really no point. Like I would never, you know, ban anyone from DCA if I knew that if I was to ban people that drift in DCA that have street drifted before, there wouldn't be a field. You'd probably have a couple of nerds there. Have you street drifted before? Once?
Yeah.
Fuck, see? A couple of nerds is what I'm saying. Jeez.
Hey, but that would still be me out though.
Huh? That'd still be you
Yeah.
out, yeah. We should unload your Z and go for a street now.
It doesn't have rego. I could.
Oh, sorry officer, I don't have rego. I was just clicking third down that road. You don't give a shit if you got rego or not. But no, streeting's bad, come to my track. Seriously, come to my track. But yeah, more so that was pretty funny. That was like getting banned from a round for...
It wasn't
street
that round that you...
No, it wasn't the
Was
round
that
I was
one?
at, it was the following round.
Okay.
And again, it had championship implications, and it was really shit because they were just trying to make an example out of someone, and that just happened to be me, so...
At least they could have banned you for the Tassie round so you guys wouldn't have spent so much money on there.
Yeah, I went there and won though, so
Yeah, that's
that worked
fair.
out alright, yeah.
Why did it
was
change
like,
from a...
Ban me from a round and I come back and wreck ya.
Why did it go from a Series 1 to a Series 2? Or is it two different cars?
Two different cars.
Ah, okay.
There you go, more back history. So a lot of people don't know, if they do know my history, I started out in the Holford Motors car, and it was literally a Series 1 S14 with a really, really basic SR at the time, which was plenty, 2871. I know, it had a HKS 518Z or something, or 517Z.
I don't know.
Small turbo setup, really, really fun car, nice and light, bolt-in roll. No, it didn't even have a roll cage, that car actually. But it was just really light, fun car, and the first year I drove for Holfords, that's what we used. And then the following year, he actually imported a Stroker dog-boxed S14 street car. Sorry, I'm just having to lean forward here to fix up my crappy mount. I've just tried to stick it to a wooden table and it's not working. But then we went to a Series 2 S14, and that was actually a road car from Japan, which is a 2.2 litre Stroker SR with a much bigger turbo, and it literally, when it came in, it still had air conditioning and everything. And then Dominic from Holfords went about turning it into a race car as such. It literally got a Jap bolt-in cage welded in, door bars added to the bolt-in cage, and then just made really light. Like, it was really all about getting the car light as possible, which made no real sense because I was fat. I'm still fat, but I'm losing
You weren't
weight.
fat back then, you were little.
No, but I was heavy. This is like, literally, I haven't been under 100 kilos in 15 years.
Yeah.
Even when I look skinny, I'm still heavy.
Yeah, fair
That's the thing. He would like literally had genuine Ganadors and fake Ganadors. And he was like, weighed them both. And he's like, nah, the fake ones are lighter and put the light ones on the car.
When he should have been like...
When he
hey,
should have
like,
been...
No
being
lunch
like,
money. I'm
yeah.
going to take your money from you so you come eat
Here's a
this week.
6-inch Subway like Subway instead of that Big Mac meal and cheeseburger and extra stuff you've got there and ice cream and whatnot. But no, he turned that into a race car, and it came with a HKS 6-speed dog box, which was like really, really cool. But the first season we used that car, we had like so many issues, I guess, because it was just a street car, and then we just like started trying to race it essentially. But then a year after that was sick. But yeah, so anyone that doesn't know the history about that, there was 2 different Holfords cars, and there was a third one in the build, which if it had came out at the time we sort of planned it to come out, it would have been sick. But it was a 350Z, which was almost tube chassis, with RX-7 steering in it, and it had VVL. It was going to be a VVL SR, and then it was going to have the sequential that the S14 ended up having in it, and all that, and then it was all going to be completely carbon. We had carbon doors, carbon quarter panels, everything. Like, it was going to be pretty sick, and it was caged out, and most of the work was done. But yeah, unfortunately, sort of Australia,
DA went under. And...
Drift Australia went under, and then the financial crisis and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, it was a good thing, you know what I mean? It was a very, very low budget team, and everything was done just literally in a little garage. But we really like, you know, we painted all our jacks to be the same color as the car, our tire racks, and everything was all painted the same. So it looked professional, looked like we had money, but it was just like smoke and mirrors. But man, those guys like, yeah, helped me out so much.
Well, I don't think people realise how small that team actually was, because I left my trailer there. You organised that the year I went to Tassie, and you sort of show up to the workshop and you're like,
oh yeah, just a couple of old Italian blokes.
You're like, this is it?
No, it's definitely not a motorsport workshop in the slightest.
No.
It's not even in the slightest. They literally do compliance and stuff like that. It was definitely not like a motorsport workshop, and no, it was a very successful team, so that's something for people not to know about. But anyway, before this falls down again, I'm gonna wrap it up there. We are heading out to morning sesh tomorrow, so that's going to be heaps and heaps of fun. I'm intending to get really done with the 350Z, not taking the Turbo S13 because it uses too many tyres and it's expensive, and I still haven't got my sensors back, Russ.
They're coming.
They're coming.
That's it, Luke can keep up now that mine's been tuned.
Oh, that's cute, Greg. So now he's said that, if he's not going fast enough down the straight, I'm going to push him.
I'm gonna get hit.
It wouldn't be the first time we've pushed someone down the front straight at QR.
I just hope we get to do turn 1, but we'll see what happens.
Oh, you'll get to do turn 1. They do Driftorama. But
No,
you
no,
want to
I
do
know.
turn 1 wide open.
Yeah, well, hopefully I'll just follow you and then.
Yeah, man, you'll be right.
If you follow him in first lap, you'll end up off the track.
Nah.
No, you'll be right. You'll be right. Anyway, guys, don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you tomorrow. We are literally going to send it hard as hell. I've found out now how to do the speed thing on here, so I absolutely do know how to do it now. So it's all going to be good. I've worked it out. Jacob Peck showed me how to do it properly. It's a big pain in the ass to do, so GoPro, make it easier. Make it so you can just put the speed on there and then record. Instead, you have to do all this crap to get the speed up. But we're going to do that. Hopefully going to be doing really dumb speeds in my 350Z convertible that has no roll cage. See you tomorrow. Bye.